Okay, I think it's getting there. This one, is that one problem? The train car is the shape of a right rectangular prism as shown.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so thinking about the prism, those train cars looks like a prism. There, and if we draw that, we can make it a similar picture of. Okay, so what is here important is that you understand the parallelity of lines. So if they give us the volume, the picture of the what is this height, what is the width, and in different places that you usually know, we have to figure it out on our. So as now, what would be height? Where is the height and how long it is?
It's either 12 feet or 10 feet.
Okay, think about 12 feet. Is that how tall is the building? What would be it then?
10 feet?
That's right, 10 feet, because you're thinking about how something is tall when you're thinking about height. Okay, and that is how, and height can be seen as here and here, and even inside this is a height. There's something that you cannot see, but it exists there because it's behind that blocking the first faces are blocking the back of the card. So this is also height as well. If you look into the parallelity of lines, that's also height. And now I needed to what would be linked or maybe long side if you looked at. What would the value be? 12, bravo. So they have it right here, like 12 feet. They have it here. But also, when you look parallelity, this is parallel to this side. And also this side is also. So all those can be linked. So and even this one is also the linked. It's one edge of that train car. So they happen to put a value right here. But that means you need to know this is also 12 feet. So it's important to see this. And now the third value for our volume would be how something is wide and what that would be.
4.5.
4.5. And they have here 4.5 feet. Okay. But that, if I take a different color, orange, this is the width, correct? But is also this is parallel to it. And also this is width as well. And then this, and the little dashes that you cannot see that it's behind is also width. So you can put yourself, if you want to, if it's easier for you, that you can label the way you want it. So this could be linked, and this is a width. Okay. And they said here, what is the volume of a train car? Okay, so first, volume. What is the formula for volume?
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay. So the volume formula is, read for me.
Length, width, and height.
Okay, say it, length times width times height, because very often kids forget that what they need to do. But when you memorize, your brain memorize length times width times height, it tells them brain that they need to multiply, not add or subtract or whatever. So it's really important to repeat it. Okay, so now what is the length? We're going to substitute length and width and height with the values from those train car. So length is what?
12 feet.
12 feet times width is
4.5.
4.5 feet. And then height is
10 feet.
10 feet. Okay. And now I needed to multiply that, but I'm looking my values, and I am going to rearrange these numbers around because I know a commutative property works. So what would you? I will leave the feet times feet times feet. Of course, my answer would be feet times feet times feet. The answer will be in the feet of how I say it. Read for me. Q.
Maybe.
Yeah. Cubic feet. Cubic feet. Cubic. But I need a here. Are you gonna multiply first 12 times 4.5? Or you can maybe go around and find the more compatible numbers to multiply first. So what would you like to multiply first to make it easier?
12 and 10.
Bravo, that's a good thinking. So I can rearrange them. I'm gonna do and just rewrite all the values. But now I know I can do this first. So volume is equals. What is a 12 times 10?
120.
120. You bet. So I have 120 and times 4.5. And now I can use my distributive property to distribute 4.5 and multiply each by a whole number. So I need to do what? 120 with, come on, Riley. 120.
4.
And then what else?
4.5.
Yeah, that's right. So it's okay. You don't need to do it in your brain. It's easier if you do step by step. So just to know that this is 120 times 4. And then you're going to add to also 120 times 4.5. And then we can, oh, sorry, half, mistakenly. 120 times 4 and 120 times half. So now tell me, what is 120 times 4?
480.
480 it is. And now there is a way, what would be 120 halves? Remember how Mrs.Z says this is a half, but how many halves you have is 120 halves. So you can see that as 120 halves. 120 halves. You can also see this problem as multiplication can be read as of. Okay, so I can go and think this is a fraction, half of 120. So there is another way to think. Remember, when you have 120 times half, you can think a multiplication as saying of. So you can say 1/2 of 120. What is a half of 120?
60.
There you go. And it's gonna be the same if you do 120 divided into 2, that's a 60. Or you can think of, if you have 120 these halves, you can make 60 wholes with that. And then so V equals 480 plus 60. And final answer is, I'm waiting for you to do so.
540.
540, yes. But it's not just 540, is what the values. Remember before we are calculating cube, and that comes this, what is it? 540
Square feet? Or
cubic feet. Cubic feet. And a cubic feet we can write as ft on a power of 3, because cube has a 3 dimensions. It has a feet times feet times feet, and that makes cubic feet. It's a feet on a power of 3. Feet times feet times feet makes feet on a power of 3, which is cubic feet. Okay, and that would be your final answer, and it should be a D, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see which one is the next.
Okay. My next one is, this solid was created by joining two right rectangular prisms.